What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about Darwin Nunez and how he could potentially match or even outscore Mohamed Salah by the end of the season. I know this is a very bold statement from me to make, but we will look at how Darwin Nunez, who is comparing to the other 23 or 22 strikers that are playing regularly in the Premier League, and how his numbers are among the best of the best strikers in the Premier League already. And yes, he misses a lot of chances, but he is the agent of chaos, Darwin Nunez, as some Liverpool fans have already nicknamed him. And if he gets his finishing down to a much more higher level, and remember, he outscored his expected goals at Benfica last season by almost 10 goals, or maybe even more than 10 goals. So if we can do that, or even anywhere close to that, he has the potential to match Mo Salah's incredible goal scoring numbers. And remember, Salah is a 30 goal a season player or a forward, so that is a very bold statement from me to make, but I will back it up with data in this video. So my first question to you guys: how many goals do you think Darwin Nunez will get by the time the season comes to a close? And of course the caveat is, hopefully Nunez will stay fit between now and the end of the season and it doesn't get too many red cards and suspensions. But Salah hardly ever gets injured, so it's safe to say that Salah will end up on around 25 to 30 goals. And of course Salah will rest during the World Cup, and Darwin Nunez will play, I think, with Uruguay at the World Cup. I hope I'm not wrong in saying that Uruguay qualified for the World Cup. But Darwin Nunez's numbers are really impressive. And also, if you enjoy these kind of videos, leave a like. And I think Darwin Nunez could get to 25 goals by the time the season finishes, and with a bit of luck he could even score more than 30 goals if his finishing improves, because right now he has hit so many times the post or the crossbar, and almost every game he has 2 or 3 big chances. So his non-penalty goals per 90 minutes, including the Premier League centre forwards who played at least 350 minutes up until this point of making this video, he ranks in 3rd place out of the 23 Premier League forwards with a 0.7 non-penalty goals per 90 minutes, which is really impressive, which means that he scores 7 goals in 10 90-minute matches, which is incredibly impressive. His XG is even better. His expected goals is 0.81, and he ranks 2nd in the whole Premier League when you just count the strikers, the top 23 strikers who are playing in the league. He ranks 2nd in XG, and imagine if he starts outperforming his XG, something that he has done at Benfica. His shots per 90 minutes, now this has blown my mind. He is 1st when it comes to shots per 90 minutes. He has taken more shots per 90 minutes than anybody else in the strikers department. 6.5 shots per 90 minutes, which is absolutely mind-blowing. His shots on target number is 25th out of 33 strikers, so he's 3rd in 33 strikers, not 23, for non-penalty XG. He's 2nd for non-penalty goals, he's 3rd. For XG, he's 2nd out of 33 strikers. So shots on target percentage, that definitely has to improve, and I think he will improve. Remember, this is a guy who is just 23 years old. He arrived in a new country, he doesn't speak the language, he's still settling in. Imagine when he fulfills his potential and settles in at Liverpool, we could have our own mini Erling Haaland. I know that it's silly to compare these two guys because Erling Haaland is one of the most incredible strikers of the last 30 years, and also he's much further in his development. But Darwin Nunez has the potential to reach those numbers. He has the potential to score 30 goals a season, almost every season. So his shot on target percentage needs to improve. That's just 35.7%. But his touches in the opposition box, it's 7.2 per 90 minutes, which ranks him 2nd out of 33 strikers in the Premier League. His expected assists is 0.18, so almost 0.2, which is also 2nd out of 33 strikers. Successful dribbles, 40% only. This is where he needs to improve as well. He's only 22nd out of 33 strikers. Successful attacking actions, he has 3, which is 15th, so that's the middle. Duels won, 36%. He's 16th out of 33 strikers, so again in the middle. Received passes per 90 minutes. Now this surprised me that he only gets 10 passes per 90 minutes from his teammates, which ranks him in 23rd out of 33 strikers, which means that he could really improve on that. And Liverpool as a whole could really improve in finding Darwin Nunez in the right areas, something that we are still learning as we develop as a team. And also, of course, Jurgen Klopp is trying out new formations. We played the 4-2-3-1 formation, the 4-4-2 formation, and recently the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, which is a diamond formation. And Liverpool have been trying out like 3 or 4 different formations. And also we need to learn Darwin Nunez's movement, where he exactly likes to get the ball, in which areas he likes to get the ball. So there is definitely room for improvement in this department. But received a long passes per 90 minutes. He ranks first out of 33 Premier League strikers. That's 3 long passes per 90 minutes. Progressive runs, 1.6 per 90 minutes, which ranks him 7th, so in the top 10 strikers, which is absolutely brilliant. And also Darwin Nunez has 4 goals in his last 4 starts, so he definitely has hit form at the perfect time. And he had a really tough start to his Liverpool career. He scored on his Community Shield debut, he scored on his Premier League debut, but after that he got suspended for a silly red card, which saw him out of basically 3.5 games, and that took him a little bit longer. That made him take a little bit longer to adapt to Liverpool's playing style and Liverpool players having to adapt to him. But what is really impressive is his non-penalty goals rate. Only Bobby Firmino and Erling Haaland are better than 0.7 non-penalty goals per 90 minutes. I mean, Gabriel Jesus, who apparently is the second best transfer of the whole Premier League after Erling Haaland, he has the same amount of goals as Erling Haaland. He has the same amount of goals as Darwin Nunez, having played almost twice as many minutes as Darwin Nunez. And this is what shows that many football fans are reactionary, and also they are just looking at a very small sample size. They don't look for context, they don't look for nuance, and that's what I'm trying to provide to you guys on this channel. We can do deep dives like this more often if you enjoy these. So if you enjoy these, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So if that accumulates to a 38 game season, Darwin Nunez can score 26 goals in a Premier League campaign. Of course, he won't be playing all 38 games this season, so he will probably get between 15 and 20 goals in the Premier League if he stays fit. But what is really important, because Liverpool put so many crosses and so many brilliant set pieces into the box, Darwin Nunez is one of the best strikers in the air. He showed that perfectly against Ajax with a bullet header into the far corner, in off the far post. Liverpool finally have another area threat apart from Virgil van Dijk, because Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson are 2 of the best set piece takers in the Premier League. And also we put so many crosses in the box, but at some points in the season, perfect example, Nottingham Forest, we put so many crosses in the box because Nottingham Forest left the wings wide open because we didn't have Darwin Nunez in the box. Had we had Darwin Nunez in the box, we probably finished off 2 or 3 of those set pieces. And also Darwin Nunez is ranking in the top 3 or top 4 among Liverpool players in many metrics. He's second in the non-penalty goal department, only behind Bobby Firmino. He's second in the XG department as well. Successful attacking actions, he's ranked 9th, but he's ranked 1st for shots per 90 minutes, shots on target per 90 minutes, and also for touches in opposition box per 90 minutes, which is really impressive. And he's also ranked like 3rd in ball carries and also pressure success rate. He has ranked 4th in goals per shot and goals per shot on target, which is really, really impressive as well. This is among Liverpool players, I want to emphasize that. And Bobby Firmino's very impressive start to the season underlines the fact that Bobby Firmino is first when it comes to goals per 90 minutes and expected goals per 90 minutes, which is really, really awesome. Where Darwin Nunez can improve massively is that he takes almost 7 shots per 90 minutes, 6.5, but only 35% of those shots go on target. So if we can improve that, then his goal return will improve massively, because 33% of Darwin Nunez's shots on target go in as a goal, which is amazing. Every third shot that Darwin Nunez takes, which is on target, every third shot on target goes into the goal. So if we can improve that 35% shot per shot on target ratio, then his goals will go up. Not, of course, maybe not exponentially, but you get my point. He will improve in that department, I'm sure, as he gets used to the playing style of Liverpool, and as he improves naturally, because he's still a young player, and by game, week by week, you can see Darwin Nunez getting better, more confident. He's calmer in front of goal. And Jurgen Klopp said something very interesting about Darwin Nunez missing an open goal and hitting the post just before halftime after Liverpool took the lead through Mo Salah's brilliant effort. He said, a situation that explains Bobby Firmino in a nutshell. Many strikers would have shot in that position. He passes it to Darwin Nunez, who was in an even better position. And Jurgen Klopp said, I think Darwin Nunez was surprised as well that he got the pass. Maybe that's why he missed. The sensational football moment where Robertson found Bobby Firmino in a brilliant position, and unfortunately with the post there, it would have been brilliant if Liverpool went in 2-0 at halftime, but the 3-0 result in the end is perfect. And Darwin Nunez was very angry with himself at halftime, but Andy Robertson told him, I will put a cross on your head and you will score no problem in the second half. And we don't know whether Darwin Nunez understood a word out of that, because of course Darwin Nunez doesn't speak English very well yet, and also Andy Robertson has a Scottish accent a little bit, so it's even harder to understand than normal English. But that's what Nunez did in the second half. He scored a brilliant header after Andy Robertson's corner. And there was a situation in the 56th minute which summed up Darwin Nunez perfectly. He sprints back to the edge of his own box, makes a defensive interception, lays the ball off, and 5 seconds later, when the attack is already at the halfway line, Darwin Nunez is our thirdest player forward. So he busts a gut to get forward and to get back to defend. And Jurgen Klopp said, and Darwin Nunez takes on everyone, and a great cross and a great header by Darwin. He had a really good game in both directions, helped defending and played with a big heart. And he has an aerial threat, but he is also very fast. He is officially the fastest player in the Premier League this season, with 38 kilometers per hour clocked, I think, in a recent Premier League game, which is really impressive. And every time Liverpool have been in the Champions League group stage with Jurgen Klopp, I think this is the 6th time that Liverpool have qualified in a row from a Champions League group stage, something that is a record for Liverpool themselves. And that is really impressive, but we still have a long way to go to catch teams like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Real Madrid have qualified, I think, in the last 20 years in a row from the Champions League group stages. And Jurgen Klopp said nobody should ever take this for granted, qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League. We did it again in a game that started off really tricky, and that makes victory even sweeter. Ajax are a really good team and we beat them twice. They were the better team for the first 35 minutes, just like I said in my post-match video, and they were more settled than us, which is normal because we changed the formation again slightly and pressed different. We had to get used to that. We came through that, and one situation where we were lucky and the other with a good block, but then we scored our goal, which was brilliant. And the next situation was a sensational football moment, but Darwin Nunez got surprised by Firmino's pass and hit the post, and then we scored 2 brilliant goals in the second half. I think the third one was the best, when Salah slips in Harvey Elliott, who with his weaker foot smashes it into the roof of the net, high and with a lot of power. And Jurgen Klopp said, I'm not sure what is better, to fly through a game, which everyone would like, or to overcome difficult difficulties and develop into your best self like we did today, that stays with us. I would be over the moon if we played 0-0 and got through. It is all about getting through, but we did it, winning 3-0 in style and with wonderful goals. And Jurgen Klopp said that he was worried about Henderson, but it was a knee-on-knee clash, and it is painful, but it's a bruise, and as far as I know now, nothing else, so Henderson should be fine for the weekend, and thankfully we have a few days still to go until we play on the weekend. We play a really struggling Leeds United at Anfield, and we have to beat them, because after that we play Tottenham at the London Stadium, which is going to be a really tough game. And Liverpool already earned around £8.5 million for qualifying to the round of 16, plus the TV money that we get for each game. But we could also earn another 9.2 million if we get to the quarterfinals. We could earn another 10.8 million for getting to the semifinals, and then if we get to the final, and then we get to earn another 13.5 million. But winning the final is the most lucrative, because you get to earn another 17.3 million, and in total, if Liverpool win the Champions League, you are earning 45.7 million pounds in prize money, plus you get probably the TV deal, plus the gate receipts and all the other sponsorships and added revenue that you get from fans purchasing tickets and everything else. So for example, last season in total, Liverpool earned another 102 million pounds for reaching the Champions League final, which is absolutely amazing. Participation fee in the Champions League is 15.6 million. Prize money was another 66.3 million. UEFA coefficient money 22.7 million. TV pool 17.3 million. And that is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So the Champions League is like a money pot for Liverpool, and I hope that Liverpool go on to win this competition, because after last year's final and how much we dominated Real Madrid, we need to get to the final again and win it, and hopefully we beat Real Madrid along the way as well. That would be really sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.